the community anyway, and we don't want that to ever drop from our well, it's a pub, it's a bar. We don't want that to ever drop. It's our community, and if anyone feels threatened in that safe space, well, I wouldn't say they've got me to deal with because I can't do that much.
They've got me to deal with.
I've got bouncers that can sort of.
Do you get like a lot of like bandwagon jumping, like people just coming to like a trend, or?
Well, I don't think we've been open long enough to know that yet, and I don't think you really get that. One thing that does happen a lot in like LGBT bars is it becomes a haven for like groups of straight women.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, like, and I don't mind that at all. That's great because like women don't feel safe generally.
No, just like protection.
Yeah, so they would rather go to a gay bar and feel safe, you know, knowing
have the best night compared to what they'd be doing walking down Silver Street.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I thought we could like, if we could start just at like the past. Like, so talking a bit about how it was then, and then if we can move to like how it is now, and then how you see it in the future.
Right.
I think that'd be good for viewers to get a hold of how things maybe are progressing.
Yeah.
So past wise, what was the scene like here for the community?
It is a bit laughable, isn't it? Because it's not really comparable. You start off from because my gay time came out further into my life. I think you've probably been more with the community longer than me, haven't you?
Using the phrase "the scene" is
non-existent.
Yeah. Obviously, we had Vine years ago, and then we had Crystal's Bar NY at All Cross. But it was always kind of like, all right then, gays, here you go, here's your space, now shut up and just get on with it. You know, you've got your bar. But they were never of like any quality at all. Holesick walls, no running water, no toilet doors. It was literally just given to us to shut us up.
What year is this?
We're still talking 2000s.
Yeah.
Maybe 2000. I left school in 2005, so it must have been 2006 or 7 when you could look 18 and go out. And still get into bar and wine.
Yeah, and then like the whole cross was like exactly the same. That was where I started like my drag journey. And it was like there was never any stock, because we weren't getting people in, because it wasn't a very nice bar, and it was just this catch-22 all the time. So that shut down in the end, and we were left with like nothing, like that were it. So like all the queer people in Doncaster just retreated back into their own homes, and like we just didn't have anywhere to go. I'm not like massively overtly queer, I suppose, like my partner's male and whatever, but like I'd never go to a bar on Silver Street.
Yeah.
So like I don't think you and Craig would be right into doing that.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
And I can't do the bars on Silver Street. Something about them. There's the energy about them I don't like.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a bad vibe.
Yeah. And we're very open people, and we quite extrovert ourselves. But I wouldn't. My anxiety walking down Silver Street. Yeah, even dressed, I would say, as straight as I possibly could be, because that's what I have to do to walk down there and feel okay. I didn't want that for our bar.
Is it like a music thing, or is it a culture thing? Or?
It's definitely a culture thing. Yeah. It's I suppose like the older I got as well, like into my 20s, I started looking really quite non-binary, and that's just something that can't be on Silver Street. I just can't be on Silver Street. You know, you've got blokes looking at you, and you're sat and you're thinking they don't know whether they want to fight me or shag me.
No, you've seen a documentary, don't you?
Yeah.
When Lindsay's walking down the street, a guy starts on her.
Yeah.
And it's everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. If you go walk down Silver Street, somebody's going to start on you.
Yeah.
Because that's people go looking for a fight, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's that thing of just always looking over your shoulder. You're always worried. Who's looking at me? What do they think? I don't look like everybody else. It's just a terrible culture. So then we were left at this point where, like, if we wanted a night out, then we were going to Leeds. Because there's not really a gay scene in Sheffield either.
Yeah.
So we were having to, like, travel to get that community feeling.